Hey, you guys, welcome to Speak the Sports. Oh, we have a show for you today. Breaking news: AJ Brown has been traded to the Patriots. Let's go.
Major trades in the NFL continues as the Eagles send A.J. Brown to the Patriots. Our Jonathan Jones reporting that the Eagles are getting a first rounder and a fifth rounder in return. That first round pick would be in 2028, the fifth round pick next year, 2027.
So, what do you think about that?
So that was everything. Okay, so where do we go from here? So what's the future for the Eagles? So we're going to look at first, offense officially became even more centered around quarterback Jalen Hurts and running back Saquon Barkley. Second, the Eagles are betting on younger receivers and future assets rather than paying top dollar for another veteran star. Reports note that they already added more receiving talent this offseason, signing they will prepare for life after Brown. And third, that extra first round, giving Philadelphia more ammunition to reload a roster that's trying to stay competitive for years, not just 2026. For the Patriots, this is a win now. Move for quarterback Drake May. For the Eagles, it's a long term roster salary cap decision. The question now is simple. Did the Eagles just sell high on a superstar at a perfect time, or did they just make life a lot harder for Jalen Hurts without this number one receiver? Let me know what you think in the comments. So, you guys, I'm excited, and people want to know where we're going to go from here. And that's what we were just talking about. I think that with getting the new receiver, what did we got? Makai Lemon. We have Devontae Smith. He's going to be now become the clear wide receiver one. Makai Lemon, the Eagles 2026 first round pick, expected to step into a major role. That dude is going to show out. He's ready to win. I feel confident with him because this is someone that's coming in with fire. This is someone that's coming in not complaining. This is someone that's going to be on a Super Bowl winning team that can appreciate it and someone who wants to go back with the team. Then we have the Tavion Wicks, acquired from Green Bay and projected as part of the main rotation. And we have Darius Cooper, depth receiver, who could see more snaps. Additional depth include Johnny Wilson and Britton Colbeck. And then the Eagles aren't replacing A.J. Brown with one player. They're betting that Devontae Smith can be a true number one receiver with rookie Makai Lemon, veteran Hollywood Brown, and the Tavion Wicks collective making up the production. You know what? They said like AJ was getting 1,000 yards, but guess what? So was Smitty. Smitty, I think that he's going to show out. He didn't win the Heisman for nothing. The dude played along AJ. AJ, I look at it like this. AJ was great the first few years, but it was time for him to go because we came off of a Super Bowl win. And it was like we didn't even win a championship. It was nothing but complaining. The chemistry was off. Um, they were complaining while we were winning. He was complaining when we were losing. It was just a lot of nonsense. And there's no way you can go to a Super Bowl if you're not playing this one unit. So he was more focused on, after winning the Super Bowl, along with his teammates, he was focused on his stats. He didn't care about winning or losing. He wanted to go down as a Hall of Famer for the Eagles, being the most productive wide receiver. We give him that. But at the end of the day, it's team ball. It's not individual ball. We want people that's going to ball out every time. Great, your stats. We got people who pad stats in the NBA. Look at LeBron. He's a stat padder. That's what this guy was trying to do. So I think that he always wanted to be, show the picture, he always wanted to be a Patriot. So there's a photo that we have with his image as a little kid that he has a Patriot jersey on. So now he's going to, this is it here. Now he'll get to go to the team that he wanted to go to. So I'm happy for him. But I think that this marriage was over with. It ended in divorce. I could tell that there was some bad blood going on. They didn't want to say it because Jalen Hurts wasn't even at his wedding. At this right now, we don't know if he was even invited, but I think that Jalen Hurts looked like an upstanding guy. I believe if he was invited to the wedding, he would have shown up. After all, he is the godfather of his daughter, and I just think that that ship has sailed. So I'm glad that he's going to where he can, hog the ball and they can deal with him. And I think that he's going to be more than they bargained for because if he doesn't have his way, he's going to cause a ruckus on the team. He did it at Titans, he did it with the Eagles. And I don't even think most Eagle fans that we really enjoyed winning a Super Bowl season because coming out of winning a Super Bowl, he dragged us into bullshit the whole season that we stopped talking about. I forgot we were Super Bowl winners. It was like that Jalen Hurts was not the Super Bowl MVP. Every show, all media coverage was about AJ and his dissatisfaction. And he was talking about the offense, but it was always only talking about him and his stats. And he wanted to ball, and he was given the ball, and he dropped the ball, and he did all kinds of things with the ball, So a lot of things that was going on that shouldn't have gone on, and I think that he's the real reason why we didn't win another Super Bowl because that game against the Giants, 13 players hurt, and there's no way we should have lost to that team. All those drops he had, it was like it looked. It was a little questionable that he dropped so many balls. A lot of times people think people being paid off, but I know he wasn't. But it was incredible that he had butterfingers. He could not hold on to the ball, and he didn't even do interviews for the media. So all those antics, all those scripted messages, those are behind us. Now we got people on the team that are professionals. We got a hell of a team. Don't let them Howie know what he's doing. Like 2 Super Bowls in the last few years, and give credit to our quarterback that had to deal with 6 quarterback coaches. How do you develop someone that each year you got a different quarterback coach? 6 offensive coordinators since 2020 to 2026, his whole career. And people are thinking that he's supposed to be developed when every year you got to learn a new playbook.
Then Saquon got the ball a lot less because they were focused on AJ and getting him the ball.
Yeah, talk more about that. You could expound on that about how Saquon was totally pushed out of the game. He became a second thought. Go ahead.
Crazy. This is Saquon's the running back that hurdled backwards over someone, and they decided to stop giving him the ball and give the ball to AJ because he was complaining.
Yeah, they got away from the rushing game and it became a wide receiver game because after all, you had a disgruntled wide receiver and everything became about making him happy. Everything was about making him happy, satisfying him at the expense of the team. So when you're on a team, you have to be a team player. It can't be just about you. It has to be for the welfare of the team. And I don't know how in the hell he was the captain. Because the leader is supposed to set an example for the rest of the team. You're supposed to put the team before yourself. And the team that we had for the past season, we should have went to the Super Bowl.
I just wish that we could have got more for him. But hey, I would give Draymond for absolutely nothing to get rid of him off the Warriors because it's not good to have someone that's causing havoc within the team. Then there was talks that Jalen had an attitude and all this stuff because of AJ, how he started all of this.
Yeah, they started attacking the Super Bowl MVP. And one thing that you got to give Jalen Hurts credit for is that he shows up on the biggest stage. Most people cannot show up on the biggest stage. When it's time for the Super Bowl, that cool, calm, collective quarterback, he becomes the best player on the damn field each and every time. And that's why we went to the Super Bowl twice. That's why he was the best player in the Super Bowl each time. And that's why he's the MVP. But I feel like Philly got cheated out of enjoying us being Super Bowl champions because they was playing us like we were scrubs, like we weren't a winning team. The focus was all about him having the ball. And when he was giving the ball, he didn't perform.
Don't forget him yelling at the coach himself. Yeah, the coach's face.
Like all things, like all good things, sometimes they have to come to an end. That ship itself, that it was too, even management knew that they couldn't move forward with him. They know that he's a great player. They know what he contributed to the Eagles franchise, but they knew moving forward they would not win another Super Bowl with him on the team because he was too disgruntled. He was sending negativity, to the media. It was causing discord among teammates. They was trying to say nobody liked Jalen Hurts and all. They was like a lot of the shows that were on, like Speak Easy, all of them. Everyone kept trying to blame the quarterback when he did his job. We won a Super Bowl, and even winning the Super Bowl wasn't enough for the media, and that's really messed up.
The Draymond Green of the NFL.
So I am so happy for him. Let's give him a clap. We're happy for you, AJ. We hope that you do well. We hope that you share all that energy and all that attitude that you had with the Eagles in your latter years. I'm talking about last season was the worst with you. You go into your next team and you share all that with them, because Philadelphia was riding with you, but at the end, people start turning from you because it became more about you and you having the ball versus us winning games. And at the end of the day, you caused us to lose. And that's a fact. So you did great for the first few years, but last season, you were toxic. It was too much drama, and we couldn't get around it. Everybody was off kill. But when you didn't play in that Giants game, Jalen was playing like the Super Bowl quarterback, 4 touchdowns, 427 yards. Saquon Barkley was playing like one of the best running backs in the NFL, 170 yards. Everybody was playing that game. Go watch that Giants game when he didn't play. That was the best game of last season with the Eagles when he did not play.
Well, I hope that Doug Smith doesn't fold under pressure, because he's now the main receiver on the team.
I think he's ready for it. Smith is ready for it. He a dog. Don't let the Grim Reaper fool you. I think he's ready. I think that people are going to underestimate Mekhi Lemon and all the new receivers that have come in, and the new coach. He likes using tight ends. So we got some tight ends that are dogs, that's the size of AJ that they want to use. So I think that people are going to be surprised. I think that we're going to the Super Bowl.
The 150th new coach.
I don't know how did Jalen, they don't give him enough credit, but we're going to make sure he get his credit. Nobody talks about how many other quarterbacks. This is a question for you guys. How many other quarterbacks in the NFL in current time that since they started their career, that they have had a different coach every freaking season? And how many of them that have 6 consecutive years have had a different quarterback coach since they started their NFL career? Put that in the chat, because I don't know if this is something normal that you're supposed to have a different offensive coach each year and a different quarterback coach. So this is what happens, then put it in, because I don't see how somebody's supposed to develop, because they try to find Jalen Hurts' weaknesses, but he hasn't had a consistent coach since he's been in the NFL and he has taken us to playoffs each year and to 2 damn Super Bowls and a freaking win. That says a lot. And remember this, it took the Eagles 85 years to go to a Super Bowl. Thanks to Nick Foles, we finally broke the mold. But following him, Jalen Hurts, 2 more following that. So thank you, Jalen Hurts. Thank you for being a stand-up guy. The team's going to be much better without A.J. Brown, only because you can't win with that division and that type of chemistry that was going on in the locker room and going on the team right now. It was too much chatter in the media, too much. I mean, the Eagles became all about AJ. Period. It wasn't even about us being Super Bowl champions.
You can't have
Couldn't even enjoy the freaking year of us being the reigning champions with him.
you can't have teammates beefing with each other.
You can't.
And arguing.
You gotta be one unit. You gotta play together. But anyway, you guys, I'm glad it's over with. I'm glad the trade is done. We're gonna follow AJ Brown and his career on the Patriots. And just like we're gonna follow Caleb Williams on the Bears, we're gonna follow Travis Hunter with the Jaguars. But we like go Eagles, go Birds. We die hard. We going back to the Super Bowl. We're going back. They know what they doing. We're going back.
That's the Patriots' problem now.
Yeah. Yeah, everything. The grass is not green on the other side. They think, wow, they really got it. They looking at his record, but they're not looking at the energy that he's bringing. They're not looking at that. He comes with baggage. So anyway, God bless y'all. I'm so happy for AJ. See you. Thank you, AJ, for your time. And he did send a letter. Do you want to read some of it if you want to? That he said sent out a letter thanking Philadelphia. So I think that would stand up his time here. But
everything else he's done.
Yeah, it was time for him to go. That was the bottom line. And he knew it, how he knew it, the owner knew it, the team knew it. It was time for him to go. So anyway, you're not gonna put it up?
It's not coming out.
Okay, so we're getting ready to okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Eagles Nation. Thank you for welcoming my family and me with open arms from day one. This city, this locker room, and this fan base will always hold a special place in my heart. To my brothers in that locker room, thank you for going to battle with me every single day. The memories we made together on and off the field are something I'll carry with me forever. To the coaching staff, trainers, and equipment staff, cafeteria workers, and the cleaning crew, thank you for everything you do behind the scenes to keep us going. There are so many people in the building who make it possible for us to go out there and compete, and I'm grateful for all of you. Playing for this city has been an honor, and I'm thankful for every moment I had in Midnight Green. Thank you, Philly. Much love always. God bless.
God bless you. So anyway, I'm glad that everyone is happy. The Eagles are happy. AJ is happy. The Patriots are happy. And this is the best is yet to come for the Eagles. I feel strongly, but I feel it in my heart. No matter how well he was a player, when things are not when people aren't getting along and they're not clicking, then there was no way that we were going to be able to make it back to the Super Bowl with him on the team. So I think this worked out for everyone, and we still have a great team, and people are going to step up. And what?
They should get me a part of the coaching staff, because it was at times where I knew they were going to throw it to AJ. So you could tell.
You knew when they were going to throw to AJ. The whole NFL, every commentator, every reporter knew the ball was going to go to AJ. Everybody knew the ball going to go to AJ because Jalen was forced to feed him the ball. So I'm glad that ship is sailed. I'm glad that takes like a lot of pressure off of him to have somebody on his neck like that. But anyway, thank God for everyone. But anyway, you guys, it's a done deal. And Garrett, I was hoping we was gonna get him, but the Rams got him. So the Rams is not gonna be a joke this season neither. Yeah. So last Super Bowl was an easy Super Bowl. Seahawks and the Patriots. That was a boring Super Bowl. This one, people are gonna be scrapping to get there this time because teams are building up. So anyway, you guys.
Forget about the Bears.
Thank you. Yeah, we rooting. But anyway, go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. So anyway, thanks God for joining us, and we'll see you on the next show. Speak the truth. Don't forget to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Peace out.